They will begin the ceremony fully hoisted. They will be lowered during the ceremony in respect to our veterans.
After 159 days at half-mast in memory of residential school victims, flags on federal buildings could be raised to be lowered again for Remembrance Day. More on the federal government's announcement just ahead. The military will no longer investigate itself in sexual misconduct investigations. Instead, those cases will be transferred to civilian authorities. We'll have more on Anita Anand's announcement as Canada's new defense minister.
Today, every single country in Europe and Central Asia is facing a real threat of COVID-19 resurgence or already fighting it.
Also happening, Europe once again at the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic. The World Health Organization warning 500,000 people on the continent could die from the virus by February as cases soar and vaccine numbers stall. How's this for a surprise guest? We're going to tell you how this moose ended up on the loose in an elementary school in Saskatoon. Remarkably, no one was hurt, so we'll bring you more on that coming up. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Well, good morning, Canada, and welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Medaway. Good morning, everybody. I'm Lindsay DeLuce. We hope your day is off to a good start. What day is it, Anne-Marie? It is Friday, November the 5th. Welcome to your Friday. Yeah. Yeah. It's a long week. It is a long week. I think it's 18 days till Corey's birthday. Good. And the reason I know that is because he has set a calendar on the side of his camera. The Coco Cam indicates that it is now... There it is. Lights up. Camera, there's Corey, 18 days till his birthday.
Who has trouble on the set? Who'd have the most trouble staying in a character? Who breaks most often?
I think I'd have to say it's me.
Really?
But it's like, I get super tired, no naps, and I get like extremely loopy. And once I start laughing, I mean, Scott Foley's character was on the verge of death. And
death is the funniest thing in TV.
I literally, like, tears are like,
in TV, when it's being acted out.
When death is being...
Because it's like, action, die.
No,
and you're dead.
And you're not supposed to be laughing. And the more, it was like Friday night, the crew, everyone really had been working, like they wanted to go home, and I was like...
Except his former VP, Mike Pence, as his running mate in 2024. So... What do you think?
¿Qué tú quieres, mama? Listen.
Yo no sé.
Well, listen, obviously, Mike Pence is, because of Trump, very damaged with the Trump base right now, right? Let's remember, these were the people who built an actual gallows in front of the Capitol to hang Mike Pence. And I think we will all remember those chants of hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence. And as long as Donald Trump hangs on to the idea...
Would you have fallen for your partner back in high school? Scarlett Johansson recently admitted that she wouldn't have given her now husband, Colin Jost, a second look back then. So can you relate? Like, would you, if you look back at old high school photos, would you have picked Simon?
Oh my gosh, this is very funny because on Saturday night, Simon's parents came over for dinner and they brought a bag of all his, they must be cleaning out their house. And they're like, this, you got to get, this does not belong in our home. And after they left, we opened them up and we must have stayed up till 1 in the morning just going through them because it was a side of him that I've never really heard. I've heard a few stories from his best friends, but then going through and seeing the photos, but best of all, reading.
He did this on Christmas Eve.
Every year we'd go down to South Florida to see my family. He couldn't go because he had no more time off of work. So we left him probably a few days before Christmas, said our goodbyes because we were still trying to make things work because I wanted to keep my family together. And we just left to go down to South Florida. And I remember it was actually the 23rd of December I got the call. It's my mom's birthday. Everybody was there having fun. And I'm getting this phone call and I'm not processing it. I'm like, okay, I have to hold it together.
It kind of messed with my head a lot because it's like, he must have like hated himself a lot. And
you know, I want to talk about what a good person you are because there's so much going on in your life and there's so much thrown at you. There's a lot of love thrown at you. You can feel when you walk out here how much love you have. You have a lot of love, but then you have a lot of people that have judgment and everything that's going on with Kanye, and you are always protective of him, no matter what is happening, no matter what he's saying. You always protect him because of the kids, and I think
bacon goes perfectly with, and we are going to call it 6 degrees of making bacon.
Woo!
Sorry, Kevin.
Lovely.
Such a good guy. Look at that. You know, this is fun because this is just a few of the many perfect pairings that bacon can be used for. And you can use bacon to make any recipe better, but here are some of the categories I love. First up, bacon makes seafood better. It definitely does. I feel like it naturally enhances that mild fish and shellfish flavor. It makes it smoky. It gives it that savory taste from the cured pork. Yes, that salt and that fat goes a long way, especially because seafood tends to be pretty lean. So getting that fattiness from the bacon really helps.
A warning from Premier Doug Ford about COVID-19 data being released tomorrow. Mayor Tory signs a new bylaw requiring a 2-meter distance now between people in public parks, while concrete pylons go up in high-profile spaces. There are new calls to restrict the number of passengers on TTC buses. And more than 400 new cases of coronavirus in Ontario today, and more than 1 million global cases. This, according to Johns Hopkins University. We'll have the latest and figures just ahead. Hello, I'm Stephanie Smythe, and welcome to Live at 5. Mayor John Tory has just signed a new bylaw forcing 2-meter social distancing between people in public parks.
Those in line may be small in scale, but the demand certainly isn't. Thousands of children across Ontario braving the rain and any other trepidation to get their first dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. Good evening. These are the appointments many families have been waiting for.
But plenty of others are seemingly choosing to wait. And now the province is casting doubt on whether the shots could become mandatory for 5 to 11-year-olds.
Please join me in including my friend, Keanu Reeves, onto Canada's Walk of Fame. You're welcome. I love you.
My gratitude and my appreciation to Canada's Walk of Fame for this extraordinary honor and to be included and welcomed into Canada's Walk of Fame. Our family moved to Toronto in the early 70s, 1971 or 72.
Amy, I'd like to apologize. Your accomplishment was impressive, and I'm proud of you.
We both know that's your koala face.
I told you.
Okay, look, he bought you this. Jewelry? Seriously? Sheldon, you are the most shallow, self-centered person I have ever met. Do you really think that another transparently manipulated... Oh, it's a tiara! A tiara! I have a tiara! Put it on me, 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 put it on me.
Eyeshadow. The biggest differentiating factor between our product and other mineral-based products on the market is that it's one multi-functioning shade for everybody. So it actually works on women of color, Caucasians, Asians, East Asians.
I've got to see it.
Yeah.
Mistura Mineral Makeup comes in only one color, but Andy claims its heat-activated formula self-adjusts to your skin's ideal shade.
I actually want to come and see it before and after, so hold on. I want to see what this looks like. I can see you from there, but I want to see close up.
Okay, so I've got Ashton done. So you see she looks airbrushed and totally illuminated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Tonight, high-speed internet declared an essential service, giving everyone access to Canada's information highway. A directive to fill the digital gaps.
These goals are ambitious. They will not be easy to achieve.
The bottom line on basic access.
The hunt for a new suspect in the Berlin market massacre.
This place was not protected enough.
A man well known to police. Plus, attack of the drone.
I just saw it crashing in the middle of the street.
Another close call as Canada moves to tighten the ground rules.
You have to demonstrate that you know what is involved.
CTV National News with Lisa Laflamme.
Good evening. Throughout history, there are key milestones to mark our progress as a society.
You're out here for a while. Do you enjoy it out here? Do you enjoy coming to Los Angeles?
I do. I love it out here. I lived out here for 15 years. I'm about to be working out here for several months, so I'm really glad I sold my house over quarantine.
Oh, that you sold your house here. Yeah.
But I kept my 917, so now that I'm back in New York, all the ones who know, that's like really, that's a deep thing.
This is your phone number.
Yeah, that's an old school New York area code. Like, that's keeping it real.
It's not 212.
No.
Greetings and salutations. I beg your forgiveness. My tardiness was unavoidable. Bravo, my love. Elaine, dear friend, and you must be Jerry, Lord of the Manor. My liege, a pleasure to serve you. All right.
And we have to get back to work.
I gotta get to the airport. Your palace shall sparkle like the stars in heaven upon your safe arrival, sire. The toilet brush is under the sink. He really did an amazing job.
That was the greatest concert I've ever seen. Oh, I always loved R.E.M. I loved R.E.M. before they were popular.
All right.
What? No, Tom, I didn't?
Anybody for coffee?
Yeah, let me help you. No, we'll get it. You said. Sure. You shouldn't have pushed.
Push?
I don't think they wanted to come back here.
We've never been here before. I wanted to see where they lived.
It's nice.
Wouldn't think they'd have a couch like that.
Why not?
Well, they seem so modern and sleek.
So what are they gonna have, a glass couch? Hey, don't be snooping.
Not snooping. I'm looking.
3 for 3, you've got $150. Here's your final $50 question. Perfect game so far. I call them clam diggers. What style of tight cropped pant is named after an island off the coast of Italy?
I know the answer. It's capris. Yes. Absolutely
right.
capris.
You're right.
Yes, capri pants is right. And you're up to 200.
Great.
That's it for the 50s. These next questions are worth $100 each, and they're a little bit harder. 13 blocks to go. Here's your first $100 question. And it's your first visual clue. Spending their cheddar on novelty hats like this, cheeseheads are the fans of what NFL team?
It's our quest for joy that drives us in life, and Jesus is speaking to the heart of the believer. He opens with the inner life, where our emotions, our thought, our will coincide. And he's actually speaking to the character of the believer, not simply the conduct of the believer. He gets to that after the Beatitudes. Because you see, our Christian life flows out of our being in Christ, not just our doing for Christ. That's why the Apostle Paul, in virtually all of his letters to the churches, emphasizes at the front end of his letters our...
In the summer, kids start riding quads and ATVs and stuff at a young age. In the winter, they start riding snowmobiles at a young age.
Dad?
It's just a part of the outdoors activity around here. Oh my, what have they got done now?
Father?
Taking jumps again, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. This is serious business. Who broke it?
Claudia, you got a copy?
Back in pit 1.
The saw is running.
The wire saw is cutting without any more problems.
Thank God. But for how long is the question?
Every day I wonder what could go wrong next. It absolutely feels as a curse on Jade.
It's running. That's all that matters.
Cutting really well. It's a great feeling that we're actually cutting Jade off the mountain now.
There are only inches away from finishing their first cut.
Opportunity to remind the honourable members of the rules, but I'll let the minister go on with her answer.
Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We must defend Canadians against disinformation and propaganda. We will never tire. We will not be intimidated by tyrants who want to undermine our democracy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The honourable member for Mégantic L'Érable.
Slava Ukraini, Monsieur le Président. Monsieur le Président, l'agression.
Mr. Speaker, the ongoing continued